Okay, you are still tuned in to the Game Entertainment Network. Man, we finna go down. Cowboys, Eagles, you know how it be. You know how it be. I'm trusting the NFL passing on. That's real. That's real. Interesting. Pickens lead the league, lead our team. Boy, so Abuka, Abuka and Branch, 1-8. All right, let's go. See you out there. You know what I'm saying? It's going down. You know what? I bag out, hit him again with that because I don't want to send it to him. You know what I'm saying? I want him to search and be able to boom. You know what I'm saying? So here we go, Cowboys, Eagles, man. Let's get it, man. Let's get it.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Mike Tirico next to the great tight end, Greg Olsen. Glad you are joining us for this one. Off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25. Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, alongside Greg Olsen, the kicker, Brandon Aubrey. Set for the start. Off we go from South Philly. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
Get your money down. I put money down on all of us, on my people now, on what I love. Ooh, baby, we run it down. Yeah, the minute that's on this.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6.
Come on. Set. Liking 18. Let's go.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Throw here down the field will fall incomplete.
I like the aggressiveness early in the game, right out of the gate. Make the defense realize we are going to challenge you downfield. And what that does is it opens everything else up. Now, you got to hit a couple of these, and don't be surprised if they go back to a deep shot here pretty quickly.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Cougar 19.
Now he'll give up the middle. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Ready.
3rd and long.
Buffalo 18. Get it. 70 Lions. Let's go.
Back to throw. Got a man. It's Ibuka. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. Emeka Ibuka, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Ready. Ready.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up. And now they face 3rd down.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Bronco 80.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. 11 yards on the pass there. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
60 Bison. Ready.
It's 1st down, and they'll run. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
It is 2nd and 6.
60 Maverick, 60. Let's go now.
Now they'll set up to throw. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. And that's a thing of beauty. He's in. Roots Musgrave. Touchdown, Philadelphia. His 4th TD grab of the season. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
Back to throw here to begin the drop. He's got a man. It's CeeDee Lamb. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good gain on 1st down. They pick up 7 yards.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. 14 yards on that pass play there. 1st down, Cowboys. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Here's a 1st carry for their running back.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run back. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Here's 1st and 10. They put Pickens in motion. To the air now on 1st and 10. He'll get this complete. It's George Pickens. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. 12 yards on that hookup. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch. Come on. Reload. Reload. Lightning 18. Get up.
1st carry now for Jaden Blue. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
At the 12-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and When he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
Here comes 3rd and 6. They'll throw out of the gun. He pulls it in around the 5. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. The return starts from the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
Ready? Roll, roll, roll! Ready? Let's go!
They'll begin here on the ground. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the game to only 1.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 8.
19-2! Cowboys!
He'll look to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. And he will score. Omega Ibuka. Touchdown, Eagles. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Okay, ready?
They put Pickens in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, here comes Blue. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Open man left side. He's got it. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
Now a run on first down. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. First down, Cowboys.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
To the ground, a first down run. Trying to find someplace to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Now, faking the give. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Past midfield. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this all the way back. 91 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Now, the extra point. It's up and through. And the Eagles are out to a 21-10 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Drive will start on the ground. He's inside the 35. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Dallas. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Okay, ready? Ready, Lions! Let's go! Ready,
Up the middle they go. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
What a way to start this drive. A second big play. This one for 22.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Ready, set!
First and 10.
Warriors, let's go now! Panther 60, Panther 60!
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds a yard or so shy of the marker, but it is a gain of 9 on first down.
Initially, when the quarterback looked his tight end's way, I thought he had a chance for a big pickup. He had nice separation there early. And let's give credit to the defense. They were able to rally quickly to the ball and keep that from being an even bigger game.
And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's first and 10.
79, red! 18 Cardinal, 18, ready!
That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
Second and 10.
Ready! Let go!
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he is not going to get away. Might have got the yard, but it will set up third down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
So the Eagles will use their first time out here. We'll talk things over before third down.
Got it, ready? Get it! 70, Timber, ready?
No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Now the try for an extra point. His kick is good. And the Eagles add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready up!
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. The throw here is complete. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Now a screen set up for Blue. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Go with the draw play here on 2nd down. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-happy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
More often than not, Mike, when a team decides to keep the ball on the ground on a 3rd and long like this, typically the next play is either a punt or a field goal. But give credit here to this play caller. He saw something in the defense, gives the ball to his back, and he's able to pick up big yardage and the first down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll stick with him again. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. Taking advantage of that running ability. Gain of 17 and a first down. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Handoff here, up the middle. And he will score! Touchdown, Cowboys! That his 2nd touchdown of the game. Numbers 11 and 12 on the season. On for the PAT is Aubrey. He's got it. Cowboys will cut the deficit down to 4. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready up. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Let's go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Quick hitting slant there. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Back to 60, back to 60.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
All that rap to pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rap.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Cut it. Got to be lying.
They'll look to throw again. They'll try to set up the screen here. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a signal, timeout call, 9 seconds left to play in this first half.
Let's go now. Ready.
They'll look to throw yet again. A dive and a catch. Incredible. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this second quarter.
With wide receivers, I think we spend so much time, Mike, talking about their speed and their route running, and of course that's critical, but the ability to not only catch the ball, but to concentrate on the bad throws. We used to have a saying, you get paid to catch the bad.
And this is blocked. So, one half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. That's John Campbell getting in there to make the play. Throwing now from the gun. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. They get 20 on the connection. That's good for a Dallas first down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down. They put Pickens in motion. They run straight ahead with Blue. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Here we go, set. Cowboy 80. Let's go.
A run once more with Blue. And he's into the end zone. Jaden Blue. Touchdown, Dallas.
You just just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Cowboys go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Come on, set. Rock up, ready.
Now Gibbs on the ground. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Damone Clark there to get him down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go now.
He'll drop to throw. Forced out wide. Taking off. Oh, the ball is out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds. I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And that's going to work out well. Out of bounds, and they mark it inside the 5-yard line. They'll start this on the ground with Blue. And he's got it to the 14-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up the 1st down.
And the Cowboys, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now a give up the middle. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. A pickup there of 13. 1st down, Cowboys.
1st down, Cowboys.
That's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. 18 yards on the pickup there. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
He works free, right side, and he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. Cowboys will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Trap 60, trap 60. Get it. Viking, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Go street.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
35-yard line.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Panther 11.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Hawk 70, Hawk.
They'll throw here on third and short. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down.
70 Lions.
They will indeed go as they look to throw. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. They get the conversion with a gain of 22.
And I think it's really been to all of our surprise. We haven't really had to say his name very much so far, and I think you can give the defense all the credit for that. There's his first catch of the game, and it comes here in the third quarter.
Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
Ranger, 70 Ranger. Here we go. Ready.
Back to the air one more time. His throw left side is complete. And he'll get the penalty yardage and then some back and is very close to a first down. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and a yard.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal. Panther 60. Panther 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Mustang 19. Ready.
Back to throw. Out right and catch made. That's Ibuka. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. It is brought in the end zone. Emeka Ibuka. Touchdown, Eagles. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. The extra point, up and good. And the Eagles are back within a field goal. The lead is 3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll turn and hand this one off. And a good run there. Will get him 5 yards.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Let's go. Cowboys.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Tight end on the move left. Now a run to begin the 4th quarter on 1st and 10. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and
6. They'll run with Blue. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, here's Matt Ariza to punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. That is fielded at the 13. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. From 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. He's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff, running right. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. It'll hold them to a gain of 2.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it in. He does. 1st down.
I really like this play call here, Mike, on 3rd down. Yes, it is the 4th quarter, but you've got plenty of time remaining. So keep running your offense, stay with what's worked, and they keep it on the ground and pick up 1st down.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Now this time, they'll look to throw. That is brought in by Ibuka. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Now they'll set up to throw. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Next, ready. 60 Eagles, 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks. Let go.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Come on, come on.
He'll look to throw. He's got the connection there to Ibuka. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Let's give a lot of credit to him, Mike, for standing tough in the pocket. He knows he's about to take a big hit with the defense bringing pressure, but they weren't able to get there in time and prevent that completion.
And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
Hey, smash Broncos! Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Go!
They'll look to throw. Thanks to the end zone, where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late. It's probably a touchdown.
Rangers, 70 Rangers, 70, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, 79 Broncos.
Ready. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line. What can you say about the effort of this defense, Mike? I mean, they find themselves backed up their heels on their own goal line. And not only do they come up with a big 3rd down stop, they take them back for a loss. Brings up 4th down, and wow, they got a chance to make a huge goal line stand.
It's only a yard, but a big yard. 4th and 1. They'll throw out of the gun, and he'll take it on in. Johnny Wilson. Touchdown, Philadelphia. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now return coming from the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here's first down. Start on the ground, and that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll run here. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll stick to the ground. And that'll be a pickup of 3. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. We'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Second down, they need 7. They'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
First down. A gain of 9 yards. And the Cowboy first down.
He'll run, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. They'll come up for 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, he'll throw. On the run to the right. That one thrown on the run, but the receiver had to reach back, couldn't bring it in, and it is incomplete.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical 3rd down. Now remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got 3rd and 4th down. There's no punt, there's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive. And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal.
They'll keep it on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They'll come up now for 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Come on, set! Hawk 70, Hawk 70! 18, Pioneer!
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. Clock is stopped with 18 seconds remaining.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
Ready? 70 Rangers, 70 Lions. Trap 50, trap 60. Dragon 60. 19 Lions. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready?
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kaiir Elam.
If they lose this game, this is going to be one of those possessions that they're going to get on the bus thinking about. I mean, you just can't let drives go to waste, especially at this stage of the game, Mike. I mean, now it's up to the defense. Can they go out there, bail the offense out, and close this game?
So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. They get the victory away from home in the division. Those are so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time later in the season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire
Nothing like a
team.
game, get the
I'd like
blood
to
pumping in the morning. Look at
If you're
that.
watching
That boy extending the arm with the charisma on that pass, man. So that was a big play.
EASports.com. With that,
Man,
we say
I got so
long,
lucky
everyone.
now. Keep fighting on that tight end pass, man. That shit crazy. He threw 5 touchdowns, man. 309. You know what I'm saying? But man, crazy, man. Crazy. Thank y'all for tuning in, man, to the Game Entertainment Network, man. 24/7, 365. You know, young Klubnik came out there, threw 17 to 21, 2 touchdowns, no picks, 256. You know what I'm saying? 17 to 21. The man, you know, show poise. Sellers balling, 5 touchdowns, 1 pick, only 10 incomplete passes. For the most part, we couldn't stop what he was doing, you know, but we, you know, maintained it. Claiborne, another beautiful game on the ground. Blue 2, receiving wide. I don't, you know, we probably outspread it out. 4 for 85, 3 for 75, 3 for 31. Everybody had a catch. Everybody contributed. Watson had a touchdown that was key. He won the game. Oh, no. He had a touchdown and a receiving touchdown. He had a rushing touchdown with Watson. Always, bro. I clicked the wrong button at the end. I had brains wide open. Man. Hey. He said, and I had branch wide. He said at the end he had branch wide open. Let's see. Let's see here. Oh, he said he had branch wide open. Let's see. First of all, who branch? That branch. I can't see. I think this is branch. Oh, branch would have been. I'm guessing. Said he had branch wide open. Yep, he did. Ha ha. He did. All he had to do was hold the ball, plant his feet, wait for the cut. That was my safety that lost him too. And boom, let the ball go right there. But it ain't no telling that my safety wouldn't have broke on it though. But yeah, it would have been a definitely better play than throwing over here. He said you pushed the wrong button. It be like that, man. You be in the heat of the moment, you be scanning the field and you push a button and that man ain't square. Because people be changing up sometimes. Sometimes people be square. Sometimes people be certain buttons, and then certain plays, people be certain other buttons. So, hey, Elam, I put him in the game last minute. It was to start him this game due to his awareness. He made a play, man. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all hitting that like button, man. Help the channel grow, man. And hey, hit that notification bell, man, so you don't miss out in the next game. 24/7, 365. You know what I'm saying? We're going to live, love, laugh, and learn, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, hit that notification bell, man, so you don't miss what's next. What's next? I don't know. but you'll know soon when you get notified. All right, peace.